Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's March is off to a wonderful start. As always, thank you all so much for taking the time to join us for our Microsoft monthly updates. Really excited to come to you with not just a refresher on some of the updates that'll be coming up soon, some deadlines that we have coming up, but as well as some net new updates that we saw announced at the end of March. But just before we get things going, I did just want to give everybody a quick look at our agenda and everything that we'll be covering today. First up, I just want to go through introductions, let you know who the team is that's here and on supporting you in the back end today as we're going through our update today. If you have any questions, please drop them in the Q&A. This team will be there. We'll be making sure that everything gets answered either via chat or we'll have a live Q&A at the end if there are still questions that are open. As always, we'll kick things off with our program updates, just everything all up Microsoft partner program, before getting into our cloud solution area updates with AI Business Solutions, Azure Business Applications. And then just want to wrap things up by giving you guys a quick enablement update, let you know what training opportunities we have coming up here in March this month. But first and foremost, for those of you who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting in one of our events, either virtual or in person, my name is Vanda Patel. I'm the Microsoft Enablement Manager here at Pax8, and I have a hand in bringing to life all of our partner training and enablement as it relates to the Microsoft ecosystem. Joining me today on the back end for your support is your North American team. We have Sharonda Wilson, our Senior Modern Work and Copilot Program Manager, Alex Street, our Senior Microsoft Security Program Manager, and Caleb Lackey, our Senior Azure Program Manager. So again, as we're going through today's session, if you have any questions, be it on the Microsoft Partner Program itself, Modern Work, Copilot, Security, Azure, Biz Apps, please just let us know in the chat. Like I said, we'll be moderating the chat, making sure that things are getting answered as we're going through the session today, but we'll also leave some time at the end just to tackle anything that may still be open. But fantastic. Diving right into our program updates, the first thing I just wanted to touch on were a couple things related to the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. The first just being related to your incentives payouts. Just over the last couple months, I know we saw Microsoft do a recalculation of H1 FY26 just because of the new incentives percentages that were delivered late. Microsoft had paid out that July through September period in FY25 rates. So just as a reminder, in January, you should have gotten paid out for your October, November, and January incentives at the FY26 rates. Just last month, you should have received not only your December payout, February and December payouts, but also July through September. And then moving forward from now onwards, you should just be getting March incentives and rebates moving forward. I do believe Microsoft did have an error in calculation for February, so some partners may see an additional couple incentives land in March 2025. But moving forward from this month onwards, there should be no other recalculation, and you should be earning your incentives and rebates at the current rate and at the current schedule. But in case you did see some extra incentives drop just over the last couple of months, just wanted to let you know that is the reason why that recalculation. But Microsoft should have been caught up, and you should have received all of your incentives and rebates at the appropriate rate from that first half. Also, hand in hand with the AI Cloud Partner Program updates, I'm also excited to share that Microsoft has made some new benefit additions to not just the 3 benefits packages, the partner success benefits packages, as well as some solution partner designations. So as of February 13th, Microsoft has added a slew of new features into your benefits. That includes increased Azure credits. We're seeing expanded Copilot licensing as well. You're going to see additional M365 Copilot licensing being added. You're going to see some Copilot Studio credits being added, as well as for anybody out there who's working with healthcare, you're going to see some select preview for driving Copilot access to be able to start testing and working in that. Additionally, Microsoft is doubling down on security benefits here for our partners as well. You're going to see the Defender Suite, Entra Suite, and Intune Suite added as benefits across the board. So just giving you more security layered on top of, if you're using the benefits packages, you may be using Business Premium, so you have that additional security capability there. And then vice versa for the Solutions Partner designation, if you're using the E3 licensing or the E5, you can get some additional security benefits. One new thing that they did add here is their Partner Marketing Center Pro. This is a brand new tool that Microsoft has introduced. This just brings some AI-powered capability to your go-to-market motions. This will let you help find, customize, and deploy marketing campaigns that are supplied directly from Microsoft. So again, just maximizing on all of your resources, not just the licensing, the incentives and rebates, but also those marketing center benefits, right? To be able to create that collateral, to have those campaigns and leverage Microsoft as a partner with that tooling there. Really excited to share that Partner Marketing Center Pro that has been added again to all benefits packages and the solutions partner designation. So regardless of where you may be in your Microsoft partner journey, if you're just getting started, if you're just working through the benefits packages right now while trying to earn a solutions partner designation, you're still going to see some of these benefits land. Also, what's amazing, since this change was made on February 13th, if you do have an active benefits package or solutions partner designation, all of this new licensing should now be available for you to implement and start using. That should have been automatically dropped as of February 13th. So again, if you haven't hopped into Partner Center, highly recommend going in there, seeing some of the benefits that you may have. And if you're not sure where to go and look for some of that, definitely stick around to the end. We're going to share a contact form, but it'll be a great way to help you get in contact with your productivity solutions consultant who will be able to go through a Partner Center business review with you on not only just make sure your partner business is on the up and up and green and good to go, but also help you activate on any of that additional licensing that you may have received from this update. Getting into some of our updates that are coming up. The first one I just wanted to share was Microsoft's extended service terms. So what this update is previously Microsoft had a free grace period for any subscriptions that were not auto-renewed that had went into that disabled status. Moving forward, Microsoft will be charging an extended service term. So if you have clients who are coming up at the renewal and not going to renew into an annual commitment, or they're not going to renew into a month-to-month commitment, there's this thing called extended service terms where they can still retain that data and capability. Microsoft originally had this slated for April 1st. It has now been pushed out to May 4th. One thing I do want to state that here at Pax8, because we do have auto renewal turned on for all subscriptions, we will not be offering EST at this time. We will be providing some more communication as we get closer to that date, provided Microsoft doesn't push that one back. But just as a reminder, auto renewal is turned on by default for all of your subs. If you have clients that are not looking to renew, highly recommend having them cancel that subscription or either moving to a month-to-month if they're looking to get away from that annual commitment. So just want to keep you apprised of your options there. And we'll continue to keep mentioning this update as Microsoft gets it landed later in the spring. Quick follow-up update I also wanted to just share was this multi-factor authentication enforcement. I know when we had previously shared at the end of last year that Microsoft had made this a requirement for Partner Center across the board. Just starting next month, starting at the beginning of next month, Microsoft will be enforcing this across their Partner Center APIs as well. So if you are leveraging any Partner Center API, I highly recommend you get in there and start enabling MFA. All of the APIs are already MFA enabled, and you can start testing those today. Just highly recommend that you update that before the April 1st date, just to prevent any disruptions, any service disruptions, and just ensure that your security and compliance is 100% before that April 1st date to avoid running into any issues. And then just as we're getting into the end of our program updates, the last thing I just wanted to share was just some product updates as well. So Microsoft announced just earlier this year that SharePoint Online Plan 1 and Plan 2 and OneDrive for Business Plan 1 and Plan 2 will be reaching end of sale later this year. So starting in June 2026, no new customers will be able to purchase SharePoint Online or OneDrive for Business Plan 1 or Plan 2. Any of your clients who are currently leveraging those additional storage options can continue to renew until January 2027. And Microsoft will be fully depreciating and retiring these SKUs at the end of December 2029. So again, for any of your clients who may have a multi-year contract there, just as a reminder that December 2029 is when Microsoft will be retiring that full up. In case you are curious about what other storage options you have, one thing that I do want to point out is when you when a tenant has multiple Microsoft 365 licenses, they will receive additional OneDrive for Business and SharePoint Online storage because with the number of licenses that you have. And additionally, later this year, Microsoft will also be releasing a SharePoint pay-as-you-go option. I believe this will be entering preview starting later this month, beginning of April, with an expected GA date of June 2026. We'll continue to stay close to this because I do realize some partners, you may have clients who are leveraging this as a storage option. Or you may have clients who are just using this as a standalone storage option without an M365 licensing. And we want to make sure that you know what routes your customers have once these plans hit end of sale. And then also in regards to our product update, I know we've talked about this one before, but I want to make sure that this is still staying top of mind for everyone because this date will come up upon us fast. But starting July 1st, Microsoft is increasing the pricing on Microsoft Business Basic, Business Standard, E3, and E5. But also hand in hand with that, they are adding some new feature updates as well across the board. We have the feature updates listed as well at what the price will be changing to. The reason we keep mentioning this is Microsoft has some current promotions going on. This is a great time to help some of your customers lock in at that current lower rate before we get to the price increase so they can enjoy that first year at a lower rate, lower than the current rate. With some of those promotions that are going on, but also so you know, as we get closer to the July 1st date to ensure that prices are updated, that your billing is accurate, and ensure that you're communicating the price increase to your clients as well, that these solutions are going up in price. And I know I had mentioned promotions really quickly. I did just want to share a couple quick things in relations to our promotions. So right off the bat, I want to talk about our enterprise promotion. So we have our 3-year E3, E5 promotion and our 3-year Purview Suite and Defender Suite promotions. These are good up until the end of June, along with the 1-year E5 promo, the Copilot Enterprise promo, and the Purview Suite for E3. All of these are good up until the end of June. One quick thing I want to note here is previously the high-end limit of this, the maximum, was originally 2,400 seats. Microsoft has increased that maximum now to 9,999 seats. So again, depending on the volume that you're selling, you're not limited in terms of seat cap for those enterprise promos. So if selling over 2,400 was something that was a bit of a blocker for you, just know that max capacity has been opened up. Additionally, Microsoft has extended the promo terms on the Copilot Business, Business Standard, Business Premium bundles as well from March 31st until the end of June. And we'll talk about that in just a second, but just want to share that these are all the current Microsoft promos that are available in market, with most of them going up until the end of this half, so the end of June. The only exception just being that Purview Suite for Business Premium, currently still slated to end at the end of this month. So definitely want to capitalize on that because you can help your clients get 50% off some of those additional Purview Suite capabilities with things like IPG, Insider Risk Management, e-discovery, and audit. Again, all at 50% off for that first year. Which is perfect, which leads me right into my next update for AI Business Solutions. And this is just a continuation of what we were talking about. Continuation of what we were just talking about. I know I had mentioned the promos have been extended from March 31st to the end of June 30th. Those promos are good for the annual commitment, annual billing option, and the annual commitment, monthly billing option. One brand new thing I want to also share in regards to this, you'll see it on the screen. Microsoft has now introduced a new monthly commitment, monthly billing option for Copilot Business and Copilot Business plus M365 business bundles. Again, just as a reminder, this is strictly for the Copilot Business solution. If you have clients who are interested in the M365 Copilot, the full $30 license at Enterprise, the Enterprise Copilot, that is not currently, there's no currently there's no monthly commitment, monthly billing option available for Copilot Enterprise. Again, just strictly for Copilot Business. And as a reminder, that will come at a 20% uplift from that annual commitment, annual price. So when we talk about Copilot Business being $21 per user per month, just know that for a month to month, that price will be 20% more than that $21. But I know that flexibility is something that some small businesses had been looking for, and it's been feedback that we had been delivering from our partner community to Microsoft. So really excited that we have that available as we wrap up this quarter and we get into the next quarter for your conversations. Additionally, one other thing related to the Copilot business promos is Microsoft has lifted the redemption limit. Previously, before when the promo was going up until March 31st, partners could only activate on this promo once, which led to an issue where um, if a partner if you as a partner did a midterm upgrade from one of your customers, they wouldn't be able to reap the benefit of that first full 12-month term. But now that the promo has been extended to the end of June, so we have June 30th, you can use this promo as many times as you want. So if you have let's say for example, you have a customer who adds 20 seats of Copilot Business now, they can redeem that promo, and let's say they want to add another 15 in May, they can still use that promo to achieve that lower price rate. So again, no redemption limits on the promo now. So again, you can maximize your customers' cost savings when it comes to Copilot Business, but also your own profitability as well. So just as a quick refresher here for our Copilot promos, I did just want to quickly share this slide because it does a great job of just covering all the promos all here at once. So again, when we look at our M365 Copilot promo, we currently only have that 15% off right now. Microsoft does have a couple targeted promos as well at 20%, 30%, and 40% off, depending on how many Copilot seats that you're selling, anywhere from 100 seats all the way up to 1,500 seats. But the ones that I really want to focus on specifically are the Copilot business promos, because I think that's where the majority of your customers are going to see their interest, just because it gives Copilot that full Copilot capability at that lower price point. So again, Copilot business standalone, you have that 15% off promo for that $18 up to 300 users. And no lower limit on that. Now, if you're transacting one of the bundles, either Business Standard in Copilot Business or Business Premium in Copilot Business, you need to be selling at least 10 seats or more, and you'll get 25 and 35% off respectively there. So again, some great cost savings across the board, especially for your customers who may be looking at Copilot. Let's say they're using a standalone Business Premium license and you want to implement Copilot. This will give them some additional cost savings. And just as a reminder, I know I just touched on it just now, but the reason we consider Copilot Business one of the hero products for you to offer to your customers is, again, even though it's a Copilot Business SKU, it's operates within the constraint of a Microsoft Business SKU, right, where you can only license up to 300 users and you can only attach it to a B SKU. Outside of that, the full Copilot capability that we've been seeing with Copilot Enterprise is completely available inside of Copilot Business. So again, you're delivering an AI level or an enterprise level AI tool for your SMB customers at a price that works for them, and yet an even lower price when you consider all of the promos that are going on in market. And the reason we talk about this is because there's a lot of benefits and value in leading with the Copilot Business bundles, not just for your customers who are ultimately saving on cost and getting additional capability, but also for you as a partner when it comes to your profitability. And I really, really love this slide because this really does a great job of breaking down. If you were to transact your Business Standard or Business Premium license standalone with a Copilot Business license standalone, compared to when you bundle them, you're going to see increased margins and incentives in that first year when you transact the bundle, as opposed to transacting both of the license separately. So for if you're looking at the Business Standard bundle, you're going to see a 15% increase in your profitability when you're transacting that bundle amongst your clients. And for Business Premium, you're seeing a little over the 3% increase in your profitability. And this is all while driving a lower price for your customer at the end of the day. So again, just want to stress that it's important to just take advantage of the promos while we have them, have those conversations with your customers, and really leverage the full SMB AI stack here with Business Premium, Copilot Business, and the security add-ons to deliver not just all of that enterprise level capability for an SMB, but also do it at an affordable cost. And this one also just does a great job just of showing what your profitability looks like per license that you sell. So again, if you are transacting the bundle, you're going to see your clients are going to see lower costs for the licensing, but your clients will see the lower cost for the licensing, and as a result, by selling more seats of the bundle, again, you're just unlocking the potential earnings for yourself, not just in the margin that you receive from the licensing, but also the incentives that you capture, right? That's the core incentives as well as the customer ad accelerator. So tons of opportunities for profitability when it comes to the bundle licensing, right? When you're looking at margin, when you're looking at incentives. But I also want to stress that while Microsoft is offering you some routes to profitability, so are we here at Pax8 with our Microsoft AI optimization program. This is basically a rewards program that we're offering to our partners for our partners selling Copilot Business, Copilot Enterprise, or the nonprofit SKU of M365 Copilot. We want to give you cash incentives that'll be sent directly to you, depending on how many licenses that you are selling. However, one thing I do want to share here is while the promos have been extended to the end of June, we've not extended the MAO program. So again, this is your last month to capture on any of these incentives and these incentives that we have here directly from Pax8. And again, just maximizing your own earning potential when it comes to M365 plus Copilot, outside of just the Microsoft licensing and the margining, all of the services that you're transacting, but also the benefit that comes from, again, just a benefit from working with Pax8. Additionally, I also want to share our Zentai promo. This is great because this allows you to add a training and enablement service in your Copilot implementation plan. What's really amazing about this promo is when you transact, again, if you're transacting 10 or more licenses of Copilot Business, the nonprofit license of Copilot, or a business premium plus Copilot business bundle, you will earn the same number of Zentai licenses at no cost for 1 year. So if you have a customer, let's say, for example, you sell them 15 licenses of Business Premium plus Copilot Business, you'll also unlock 15 licenses of Zentai that you can deliver for them in that same year. And why is that important? Because Zentai is an AI-powered human success platform that integrates directly into M365. So Zentai will be available inside of Teams, SharePoint, Outlook, Copilot, and it's an on-demand learning platform that is consistent, that is available 24/7 for your customers to access. So that's what I mean by offering a training and enablement service. This is something that you can layer inside of your Copilot deal. And receive additional services compensation because it is a training and enablement service that you're deploying, right? And it's something that's available 24/7 for your customers to use, so they can use it regardless of what time of day they're using Copilot, however they're working, and it gives them a tool to fall back onto for their own training around Copilot and how to use it inside of their environment in ways that work best for them without having to take away from your human capital to deliver one-on-one training or one-to-few training yourself, right? So again, so an always-on training enablement offer here with Zentai. And again, just like the MAO program, this promo only goes up until the end of March. So you have just this last month to capitalize on this Zentai promo and be able to offer that training and enablement as an always-on service that comes directly from you. Not limited until March 30th, though, is our M365 Copilot immersion briefings. This is also a training and enablement program, but this is a live training and enablement program. So what we're doing here is, again, just taking the load off of our partner community. So by partnering with us and bringing your customers to this training, you want to invite 5 unique customer orgs. What we'll do is we'll set up the training, we'll deliver the content. We'll also come with some hands-on labs here as well for your customers to get hands-on inside of the environment, to be able to test things, to start using Copilot without having to worry about breaking something inside of their own environment. For any of our partners out there who've joined one of our hands-on labs in the past, think of an experience similar to that, except delivered directly to your customers because of your relationship with Pax8. Again, this comes at no additional cost to you. This does not take a person out of your business. You do not have to commit to having somebody trained up to be able to lead these sessions. Again, by partnering with Pax8, we'll bring a Microsoft certified trainer, we'll help lead that conversation with your customer, and again, help give them that full end-to-end training with context and hands-on capability around Copilot. And we'll share that link here for you as well. This program will be going on up until the end of this year, and there's no limit on how many of these you can run in a year. So again, if you have customers who want to run this multiple times a year, or you have customers who are interested throughout the year, this is a great opportunity to, again, just leverage Pax8 to deliver a training and enablement service, again, at no additional cost or capability or headcount to you as a partner, right? This is not something that you have to bear the brunt of, because you can leverage Pax8 to offload that capability. Now, pivoting gears in our AIBS conversation, I did want to quickly pivot into our security conversation, because I know I touched a bit on the Purview and Defender suites when we talked about promos and the SMB AI success stack. Diving deep into Purview, if you are transacting 15 or more licenses of Purview, the Purview suite for SMB, the combination Defender Purview suite, or that Purview suite for E3, which was formerly E5 compliance, if you're transacting 15 or more of any of those, you can be eligible for a free deployment from our professional services team. So again, I know you'll sense this theme here. It's really leveraging Pax8 for all of this additional capability without having to take that load on for yourself. So you're managing the customer relationship, you're managing the sales process, but when it comes to the technical implementation, some of the additional services that come behind Microsoft sale, again, leverage your partnership with Pax8. And this professional services offer is going to be great, because if you are focused on security implementation and deployment for your customers, just know that when you're working with our professional services team, all of the security features that they're turning on inside of Purview, they're going to ensure that that maps back to a CIS control, so you can have some tangible proof for your customers on what these security tools do, what this deployment has done, and what additional security capabilities have been added as a result of that. So again, that's available at no cost as long as you're transacting that 15 or more licenses, or until we have those funds run out. So again, take advantage of these programs while we have them, because they won't be going on forever. But again, it just gives you a chance to capitalize on some free services, some additional profitability opportunities for the work that you're already doing. And I know Purview Suite and Defender Suite are a brand new solution for our partner community. Microsoft announced and released these for GA at November at the end of the last year. So I know that not everybody may be up to speed on all things that the Purview Suite and Defender Suite can offer separately, but also how they work together. To help with that, we're partnering with Microsoft to deliver a M365 security level up next week on March 9th. So this will be a 4-hour training. Do expect to get some sales information, but we'll also be going through in depth the capability of Purview Suite, Defender Suite, how they tie together, how you have that conversation with your business premium, and what that next step looks like. Again, this is a great opportunity to just get all of that training and enablement around those new security suites just in one place. So I'll leave this up here for just a second for people to scan that QR code. You'll get taken to the registration page. And again, you'll be hearing from us at Microsoft, and we'll be going through the full capability all up on both of those solutions and the add-ons. So really excited to have that session and excited to see you there. Flip side of that is also, again, just like with M365 Copilot, we're doing the same thing for security here as well. We recognize that security, while it is very necessary, it's a necessary tool, it's mandatory in 2026 at this point. It's not the flashiest solution, right? And it may not be one that your customers always have at the front of their mind in terms of how it helps to secure their organization. So again, delivering that same level of training for Microsoft security, the Purview Suite, the Defender Suite, again, just helping your customers understand the capability of both of those solutions, why they matter, but also getting hands-on in there as well in the capability of some of what each of those solutions do. So again, just like the M365 Copilot Immersion Briefing Program, there is no upper limit on this. You can request as many of these as you want throughout the year. The only caveat here is you need to bring just a minimum of 5 customers. If you could do 15 of these with 5 customers a piece throughout the year. And again, that would come at no cost to you. That's just a benefit of working with Pax8. and our partnership together. So again, if you're interested in any of that, just know we'll drop those links in the chat window after. But again, great opportunity to deliver some training and enablement services without taking that load on yourself. And just want to wrap that all back up together because I know I mentioned this as well. But 2026 is definitely the year of the SMB AI success stack. Microsoft has made a ton of new advancements for small medium businesses just in the last 6 months. If we think about what the Microsoft licensing landscape looked like for SMBs pre-summer of 2025, it's really just Business Premium, Business Standard, and Business Basic. Now here in 2026, we're seeing E5 level security with Purview Suite and Defender Suite available at $10, $10 per license, or that $15 combination license. We're seeing Copilot Business, which delivers that full M365 Copilot Enterprise capability and experience, again at a lower cost for SMBs at $21 per user per month. And again, if you're bundling those, you're seeing even more savings. So again, 2026 is really the year of the SMB, and the SMB AI success stack is the one that's really leading this forward. So again, as you're having conversations with your customers, just remember Business Premium, Purview Suite, Copilot for Business really help deliver that full enterprise grade experience, right? When we think of what E5 plus Copilot would have delivered for an enterprise, that is being delivered for SMBs at that same level of capability at a lower cost. So again, this is definitely something that you want to leverage with your customers, something that you want to keep at the front of your mind, and make sure that your customers know about the new licensing, the new pricing, the promos, the benefits, because again, a lot of this did not exist this time last year, right? This time last year, it was strictly the M365 business licensing. So we really need to we should really capitalize on some of this momentum that Microsoft is giving us by the introduction of these licenses and the promos that they have to keep driving those prices down, especially with that price increase coming up later this year. So again, just really great focus for Microsoft on the SMB space, and a great opportunity for all of us to take on not just on the licenses side, but also help deliver some of those services well, right? When you think about a modern work deployment, when you think about security implementation, when you think about AI readiness, right? That's all areas of profitability for our partners to leverage. Switching gears really fast, I did just want to go through a quick Azure update. This one's related to our Azure enablement. We do now have we do now have registration open for our next Azure Kickstart wave, which will happen from April to May. If you don't know what our Azure Kickstart program is, this is basically 2 months of consolidated enablement to help jumpstart your Azure business. If you are not currently an Azure partner, if you do not have an Azure practice, or if you have a dormant Azure practice, or you are interested in getting started with Azure or ramping up your Azure business, this is a great place to start because this is 2 months of instructor-led enablement from us delivered to you, again, at no cost. This will go through the MSP basics for Azure, right? You'll learn how to get set up as a successful MSP who has an Azure practice, understand what partnerships you need, and some sales tips just to get started. And then after that, we'll get into the bulk of the Azure conversation with Azure 101 all the way up to 103. So again, you're going to go through all of the basics from the sales conversations, architecture, all the way up to governance and deployment as well inside of this training. And again, the name of the game here is no cost. This is all available to you through our partnership. Together, we want to ensure that you have the tools and the resources to help grow your practice, right? Be it monetization opportunities, be it training and enablement opportunities, or even service offering opportunities. We want to make sure that we're doing the best that we can here at Pax8 to help maximize your success. So again, this wave will be going on from April to May. The registration will be open for March. If you haven't gone through Kickstart yet, highly recommend it. Or if you are a partner joining us and you've been through the Kickstart wave, if you have any new employees that you've onboarded, let us train them for you. Send them to Kickstart. We'll help get them up to speed and help get them ramped up for your Azure practice as well. So again, no matter where you may be in your Azure journey, Kickstart is definitely an amazing program. Again, because it delivers that 2 months of instructor-led enablement at no cost to you. And then just quick BizApps update here as well. did just want to share that we do still have some funding available here for our Business Central implementation program. So if you are working with any of your customers right now, or if you're currently in the middle of a QuickBooks or Xero compete, highly recommend looking at and leveraging Business Central, because not only is it an amazing tool that has all of that AI and automation built in, but also naturally will integrate with your customer's M365 environment, right? Giving the AI even more capability across the board by combining those two tools. This promo right here will give you a discount on our Kickstart implementation. You can receive up to a $2,000 discount through our Kickstart package when it comes to implementing Business Central. Now, if what I've said is a little foreign, if you're not sure where to start with your Business Central deployment, if you're not sure what might be a good fit, or if you're needing some support just understanding how you can pitch and promote Business Central if you do have customers who are using QuickBooks Zero and who may be running into some issues. We also are running those monthly Dynamics Decoded. Our next one coming up here, March 19th. This will be a great opportunity for you to just capture all of the information and benefits related to Business Central, the AI opportunity that comes from Dynamics 365, but as well as give you next steps on how best to get your implementation started, right? Whether you need out of the box implementation or you need a custom implementation, or if you need additional support through our Matchmaker program. There's a number of vehicles here designed to help get your Business Central practice stood up off the ground and help do it in the most efficient manner as well, right? Again, all leveraging your partnership with Pax8. And just like our modern work immersion briefing program, we also have a Business Central immersion briefing program because we recognize that Microsoft has not always been the best in giving some end user training as it relates to Dynamics 365. So again, we want to be able to deliver that for you because we recognize that Business Central is definitely a harder motion. We're also offering you an incentive when you do bring 5 customers who fill out a survey to this to the training as well. So again, not only are you leveraging us to deliver that training and enablement directly to your customer, but again, you're seeing some additional monetization options in the Dynamics 365 space, right? That's the $2,000 saving on the Kickstart implementation package. That's a $500 bonus that comes from running successful immersion briefings. So you're seeing additional monetization opportunities across the board, right? Be it for Modern Work, M365, and Copilot, Azure, or business applications. So we're seeing some great programs across the board. And the last thing I want to leave off with you guys on is just our enablement updates that we have going on here as well. First thing I just want to touch on is just an update to Microsoft certification. So first and foremost, this will be your last month to take the MS 900, that Microsoft 365 Fundamentals. Microsoft will be retiring that at the end of the month on March 31st. The reason I bring that up is because the MS 900 is a great opportunity for any of our partners out there who haven't earned the 25 points to unlock incentives and rebates. Skilling is one of the easiest buckets to earn your points in. If you're looking at that Modern Work SMB designation, all you need is 2 certified people with that MS 900, and you'll earn 10 points from that. That's 10 points just from having 2 people MS 900 certified. And to get your full 25, if you have just one person take an advanced cert and pass, they'll earn your 15 points. That'll get you 25 points, and you can start unlocking Modern Work incentives today. So again, this will be your last opportunity to take that exam just this month and capture that opportunity. After that, Microsoft has replaced MS 900 and the MB 910 and 920 for my Dynamics folks out there. They have introduced a slew of new AI focused certifications. So we're seeing AB 730 and 731 as AI Business Professional and AI Transformation Leader. These are some foundational ones just to help get you off the ground, learn how to apply AI solutions, how to use them to lead AI adoption and transformation across organizations as well. So we have some 2 foundational certs right there. Then there's also the AB 900. This one's a little more involved, but it's still a fundamentals level cert, just all around Copilot and agent administration. This will go through, when we talk about all of the solutions that we did today, this cert will encompass all of that because you'll go through how to support, secure, and protect a Copilot enabled M365 environment, right? And that involves all of the tooling that we've talked about today. And for any of my folks who are further along their AI journey, Microsoft has also introduced that AB 104, that Agentic AI Business Solutions Architect cert, as well as an advanced cert there. So a slew of new certs that'll be released that are currently already released. I believe these are all already out of beta. You can take these today and start earning those certifications. But Microsoft has not added them as prerequisites for solutions partner designation yet. We are still pending more information on how these certs will impact your skilling points acquisition rate for your solutions partner designation. So again, while we do have some new certs, highly recommend taking them to just, again, flex your professional development. MS 900 is definitely going to be a strategic one to look at over this next month before it gets retired to earn some tangible points towards your solutions partner designation if you haven't already. And to help support you all with that, we have started a certification voucher program here as well. So if you scan the QR code here on the left side of the screen, you'll get taken to our form fill. This is how you can request certification vouchers. And what this means is we'll give you a voucher that will cover 100% of the cost of your certification exam. So you can take this exam basically on Pax8. If you are looking to take a certification exam and you're looking for some training and support around that, we do now have some new Microsoft certification training available inside of Pax8 Academy. So if you scan that QR code on the right, where it says free on-demand cert training, that'll take you to our page inside of Pax8 Academy, where you can see all of our cert training that's available on demand. So you can start your studying today, request that cert, and you can get certified here within the month. If you run into any issues with this program at all, we also have that alias, that guided growth Microsoft cert at pax8.com for you to follow up with if you run into any issues as well. So again, this is a great, again, just really hammering home that we're really opening up the opportunities for you in your partnership with Pax8 and Microsoft here, right across the board, be it monetization, training and enablement, and your own professional development here as well. And just to wrap up before we get into some Q&A, because I do think we still have some open questions, just want to let you guys know what we have coming as far as training and enablement for the rest of this year. We just finished an absolutely stellar Azure Bootcamp last week at our Pax8 HQ in Denver. If you were there with us, thank you so much for coming. I had an amazing time talking with you all, engaging with you all, and seeing how you all reap the benefits of the bootcamp, right? From all of the context-based training that we did with our presenters to the hands-on labs that we also had there as well. So again, thank you all for taking the time to join us there. But if you did miss Azure Bootcamp, not to worry, we do have other boot camps coming up. Our next boot camp that'll be happening at Pax8 HQ Denver will be our Modern Workplace Boot Camp. This will be going through all things M365 Modern Work Security, so that's Purview, Defender. We'll be going through all of that, as well as talking about how you can get your Copilot practice started from a secure M365 practice. Just ahead of that, I know I'm skipping around on this slide. We have our Copilot level up next week. I believe we do still have the registration page open, though I know we are getting pretty close to the limit there on how many people we can have in the space. But this is our brand new sales focused event. So this is a one-day training. Think of this as a one-day sales boot camp that'll walk you through everything that you need to know to transact, not just M365 Copilot and Copilot Business, as well as have those business premium E3, E5 conversations as well, and really bring it all together in one. So again, if you're just getting your practice started, or if you've hired new employees that need some training and enablement, definitely recommend sending them to some of these events. Again, leverage Pax8 to help give that training, that skilling to your employees and help get them ramped up. Coming up later this year, just next month. Next month, it'll be the month of AI. We're kicking things off with our inaugural Pax8 AI Bootcamp out in Chicago. We'll be going through all of the foundations of getting an AI practice started, from discovering the right tools to designing your stack, all the way up to implementation. And we'll be following that the following week with a virtual Copilot bootcamp, which will get you, again, just ramped up on all things Copilot, from understanding the differences between the current licensing that's available, the benefits of each license, but then also going through some of the security foundations and the AI foundations that are needed to have those conversations. And then we'll also be running a security bootcamp later this year. If you've joined us for a security bootcamp in the past, no surprise here, this will still be that hands-on experience where we'll be going through some real-world security scenarios. Also really excited, our security bootcamp, we're going up to Canada for the first time. So for our Canadian folks who are joining us today, if you haven't been able to make the security bootcamp just because it's been out of your nearby area, we will be up in Canada to deliver the security bootcamp. So really excited to be up there for that one. And we totally recognize that not everybody can join us in person for all of the wonderful events that we have going on there. So I did also want to share that we do have a number of virtual enablement available for our partners as well. So again, I know I talked a lot about how you can deliver training and enablement for your customers. This is how we're delivering training and enablement for you, right? We have a great number of Copilot training, security trainings, Dynamics, and Azure coming up. Both the 1 to 2 hour partner enablement sessions, which will help get you a high level overview and some of the sales content there, all the way to our more technical hands-on labs. These are typically 4 to 6 hours, and we'll go get you hands-on inside of the environment and what it's like to implement, manage, and govern a Copilot solution, a security solution, and an Azure solution right there. So we have all of those wonderful sessions, and you can find all of those on Pax8 Academy as well. We do have this QR code that'll take you to this page in Pax8 Academy. And while you're there, highly recommend following or bookmarking this page because I do think we only have the sessions published up until March, but we will be publishing the sessions for April through June here soon, and they will be landing on Pax8 Academy first and foremost, so that'll be a chance to get a jump on registering for anything that you may have missed this quarter for next quarter. And then, of course, I did also just want to plug our thought leadership content as well on YouTube. First and foremost, with our Technically Unraveled podcast, this one's really great because this will get you some great industry knowledge and insight into the Microsoft ecosystem, what it's like to be an MSP, how to be a successful Microsoft MSP, with guests from Microsoft to our vendor community to Pax8 to our partner community and everything in between. Additionally, on the YouTube channel, you'll also be able to see Matt Lee and Dom host the game there, which will, again, just a great security conversation to get that security insight, stay up to date on all the latest trends, the news, things that are impacting our community on a regular basis. And you can, again, find all of that on Pax8 at YouTube. And we do have some resources. We'll be sharing these as well in the follow-up email that goes out as well. But we do have some resources here as well, just related to some of the updates that we talked about today. And just before I get into the Q&A, I did just want to leave this up because I know I went through a ton of updates, a ton of programs today. If you want to learn any more, if you want to sit down, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation, please scan this code, set up some time with the Pax8 representative to walk through all of that. Your account manager, your PSC, they are aware of all of these updates and they'll be able to help get you some actionable steps as well, or help clear up any confusion if there's any questions that you may have. But talking about questions, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in the Q&A. We're just going to open up to Q&A, so I'll leave this scheduled call form up for anybody who wants to take advantage of that while we're going through Q&A. But tackling some of the things that we have live, I see a great question from Dan here related to our vouchers. Dan, so all employees can take advantage of Microsoft vouchers? That's a yes. So all of the employees inside of your organization can request a certification voucher through that program. Currently, we're limiting it at 1 voucher per employee. But again, if you do send an email out to that alias, that guided growth cert at pax8.com, we are taking some one-off conversations there as well. So if you do need additional certifications, highly recommend emailing that alias. But at present, all of your employees can request 1 voucher and they can all go ahead and take an exam and go through that process again at no cost to you. Let's see. Can you show us where in the Pax8 Academy where those e-learnings are for the Microsoft certs? Great question. I don't see a name there, but let me get you a link for that. Um, and for anybody who is looking for this as well, if you check the Q&A for this published question, I just went and added that link. That link will take you to our page in Pax8 Academy. That's where we have all of our certification training. Now, the one thing I want to say is it's currently not all inclusive. We we are still adding a number of certification training to that. So if you are looking for a specific exam training and it's not there, please just let us know because we're working on getting things added. But if there is a request to have a certain type of cert training above another, we'll definitely look to prioritize that. But that repository is where you can find all of our current cert training and all of our ongoing certification training where it'll be. Uh, See a great question here from Brian for the level ups with the remote option. Currently, we don't have a remote option to join our level up, but we are taking these across North America. I know that you said your employees might not be able to make it to the one in Canada or California. We're running these once a quarter, so we're going to be in California next month. We'll be up in Canada. I want to say we're in the Toronto area in May, and then later this year we'll be in Boston, and then in Montreal. So we have a few different options, and we'll be rotating cities as we continue to do these throughout the year. So at the present, there is no remote option, but again, take a look at pax8.com/events. We'll have all of our co-pilots currently set up, co-pilot level ups currently set up there, and that's where you can find any future dates and cities that make sense for you. Again, if you're looking for some virtual training, definitely recommend taking a look at some of the partner enablement sessions because we do cover some of the content that we go, the content and training that we go through in Level Up in those just in more digestible formats since it won't be a full day training like the way Level Up is. All right, perfect. Uh, oh, apologies. The schedule a call QR code is not working. That's okay. Let me go ahead and get you the link posted in the chat. Apologies there. Perfect. Anybody who hasn't that was having trouble with that QR code that's on this page on the screen right now, I just went ahead and dropped the link in the chat window, and it is pinned at the top. So if you're looking to schedule a call with your Pax8 rep, that's going to be the first and foremost link that you'll see right there, pinned right at the top. Let's see. Karen, thank you for catching me and keeping me honest. It looks like I made an error and I had shared the February Dynamics Decoded. Let me go ahead and get you the link for our March session. Perfect. Karen, I just responded to your comment, and it's marked as best answer right there, but that is the registration link now for our March 2026 Dynamics Decoded. Again, thank you for keeping me honest and letting me know that that was that February session and not the March session. Perfect. I see questions for Azure Kickstart. Let's go ahead and, man, we're doing all of the links today, aren't we? No issues at all. We want to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. Kickstart, Kickstart, Kickstart. You can sign up for Kickstart using this link. Adam responded to your comment. Azure Kickstart registration page is added, and that registration page should also be added to share those April through May dates that I had up on screen. But if you go to that link, you can sign up for the program. Um, and you'll start getting some communications leading up until the start date in April there. All right, let's see. Bill, I see you got a great question regarding the price changes. Please confirm the price changes only affect renewals that occur on or after July 1st. That is correct. So while I stated that the price is increasing starting July 1st, your clients will only see that if they have a renewal that happens on or after that July 1st date. If, for example, they have a renewal date that happens in August or September, they'll still enjoy their current rate up until the moment of their renewal past July. Great question there. Eddie, I see a great point that you have here. I mentioned a Microsoft partnership review during our training, during our session earlier today. So what that is that is a benefit of working with your productivity solutions consultant. Because not only will your PSC help you in your sales conversations, but they also have a series of consults that they'll help get you set up with. They have two of my favorite ones that they offer currently right now, or I should say three technically, because this third one was just added. The first being your Microsoft Business Review. This is just going through your Microsoft practice, ensuring that everything is on the up and up, and that you're good there. The second being the Partner Center Review. Again, Microsoft has made a lot of changes to this past fiscal year. To their partner program and some of the benefits that you have. So again, just sitting down with the PSC to go through your partner center, ensure that your reseller status is green and good to go, that you're capturing incentives and rebates, and you're activating on any IURs. Your partner center consult will be great there. And we also just released a security consult as well. So again, with the advent of some of these new SMB focused security solutions, we want to make sure that you have a touch base to talk through how that works for you, go through your client's current security posture, but then also make some recommendations based on that licensing as well. So if you request to schedule a call, just I would make a note. I'd make a note that you're looking for a Microsoft business review or a partner center review, and we can get that routed to your PSC and ensure that you're able to have that conversation. But again, that's just a benefit of working with us and having your team of solutions consultants, regardless of where you might be, right? Whether you're a modern work partner, a Dynamics partner, or an Azure partner, there's going to be a solutions consultant here at Pax8 that's here to help you not just in your cloud solution area business, but also in your Microsoft partnership as well. I also see a great question here from Anonymous. Are the price increases for all agreements for those licenses or just annual month or monthly or 1 year commitment monthly? So for the price increases that are coming, those price increases are going to happen across the board, regardless of what type of commitment your customer has. So if they have an annual monthly, or a monthly, they're going to see that price increase come July 1st, 2026. One thing that I do also want to just expound on there is as the commercial licensing is seeing a price increase, as the commercial licenses is seeing a price increase, your nonprofit customers will also be impacted by this. They will also see a price increase. And there's also a price increase that will be happening for those licenses for government organizations as well. So again, this is a price increase that's happening across the board, regardless of what type of commitment, be you commercial, nonprofit, or a government agency. Again, Microsoft is making that price increase across the board. So again, just something to keep in mind as you have your conversations, because again, with the promos and the current low price, it's a great opportunity to just get your customers into that lower rate, especially with all of these price increases coming up across the board, right? Be whether you're a commercial user or not. Let's see. see. The July 1st price increase cost listed for annual subscription, or is that the annual paid monthly amount? Again, this is a great question. Thank you, Amanda. The price that I had listed on the screen when talking through the price increase will be the lowest amount. So that's what the annual commitment annual price would be paid monthly. Um, Now, if you are doing an annual commitment with a monthly payment, those prices will be priced just 5% higher than where they are right now. And again, if you're looking at the monthly billing or monthly commitment, monthly billing option, that's going to be at a 20% increase to that number that was shown on the screen. So that is the absolute lowest price that it will be. And then depending on the type of commitment you have, that price will increase from there. Perfect. Johan, you have a great question right now. Where can we see the price increase in Canadian dollars to help prepare your customer? Unfortunately, I don't have a great answer for you right now. Microsoft hasn't shared the price increase in Canadian dollars just yet. Um, do 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 just be patient with us. Um, because we are working with Microsoft to get that price that'll be coming. That price that'll be coming in other currencies outside of USD. But unfortunately, right now, all of Microsoft's published resources only show that updated pricing in US dollars at the moment. Once we know what that price will be for some of our other currencies that we have, we'll be sure to share that with you all. Again, this is a great place to stay in up to date with those updates, but also keep an eye out for that monthly service alert newsletter that goes out as well, because that will also ensure that you're receiving updates related to your pricing there as well. So two good resources to stick in touch with leading up until July 1st. But again, if you're getting close to the summer, if we're getting into May, June, and you haven't heard that information or you haven't seen it, definitely set up some time with your PSC because we'll be keeping them abreast of any of the price increase information that we get, and they'll be able to get that information to you as well if you haven't got it from one of our other resources. And I see a great question from Anonymous. When will we know the price increases for government and nonprofit? So I believe Microsoft has they've shared the price increase for commercial licensing, and they've shared the price increases for nonprofits. They've shared specifically, they've shared what the US dollar amounts will be once the price is increased. However, I think for government licensing at the moment, they have only shared how much the price is going to be increased by. And I'm trying to grab that blog right now. Just one moment. But Microsoft has a great blog where they're keeping track of all of the price changes right now for the M365 products, for the standalone components as well that are seeing a price increase. And this is just a great resource this will be just a great resource to have saved leading up to July 1st, because as Microsoft increases the price or publishes more information, they'll be doing so here. And I don't know who asked the question since it was submitted as anonymous, but it should be the top question underneath the pinned one. But if you click on that blog link that I just dropped, again, that'll take you to Microsoft's site. You'll be able to see all of the commercial price increases. They'll have the nonprofit ones listed, and they'll show the percentage increase for the Gov SKUs as well. Even though there's no hard dollar amount, at least you can get an idea of how much that price will increase by afterwards. I also see a great question here from Greg that just came in. Is it possible to get a list of links from these presentations? And how can we get the presentation afterwards? I do just want to say the recording is what you'll get first and foremost. That'll be published on YouTube, and you'll see that land. You'll see that email land within the week of attending this event. We do get the slides posted on Pax8 Academy, but it does take a little bit of time. I would check back in the next week or two for when that gets posted to Academy for you to be able to see all of the slide decks, but then also click into some of those URLs that we have throughout the slide deck as well. But if there's something that you were looking for immediately, please just let me know. I'd be more than happy to share it in the chat while we're all still here live. Let's see. I'm going to refresh questions to see if we got anything else that's came in. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in. Um, I'd say the last about 20 minutes before we wrap up, we usually like to leave for questions that you guys may have. But if there are no new questions that are coming in, I'm also happy to give everybody some time back as well this morning. Let's see. Matthew, thank you. You're looking for the certification voucher. I will do you one better. I will give you the direct link to that form fill. One moment. Perfect, Matthew. I know you were looking for the QR code to request the certification voucher. I just went ahead and added the form fill for you there. So if you click on that link, that'll take you to the form fill. If you put in your information, you'll hear back. You'll hear back this month with your certification voucher, and you'll be able to use it from there. Perfect. Um, but I'm not seeing any other questions come in. If there are none, um, I'm happy to give everybody 20 minutes back. As always, thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to join us for our training sessions that we have, and specifically these Microsoft monthly updates. I totally understand and recognize that capturing all of that information that Microsoft is updating and changing isn't always the easiest. So appreciate you all taking the time to join us this morning, starting off your month with some of the latest updates and programs that we have, and just staying abreast of everything that Microsoft is changing. Um, I got one more question before I let you all go. Okay. From Jimmy, hi. All the business lines, basic, standard, and premium will have increased storage from 50 to 100 gigs. Also, will these new changes affect those current subscriptions that are locked into an annual commitment, even though they are under the old rate? Okay, so this is a great question. So first and foremost, yes, the business licensing is seeing the additional 50 gigs of Exchange Online storage being added. So that means the total capacity will be up to 100. What's also amazing is if you have any of your customers who are locked in at the current lower rate past the price increase, they'll still see that additional capability drop July 1st. That'll still be delivered automatically, and the price will still stay where it's at up until the renewal moment for your customer there. So that's a great question, Jimmy. But again, yes, total 100 gigs of Exchange Online storage, and you will get that as well. But perfect. If that's all the questions that we have, we'll go ahead and wrap up. I'll give everybody just about a little over 15 minutes back. Again, thank you all for taking the time joining us today for our Microsoft monthly updates. Keep an eye out for the email once the recording gets shared if you did miss anything or if you want to share that out with anybody else from your organization. And do expect that monthly newsletter to come out as well. So a couple different places to stay on top of the updates, but also share with any of your fellow employees who your staff who wasn't able to join us today. But again, just thank you all so much for taking the time. I appreciate you joining us today. I hope you have a marvelous Monday, a wonderful week ahead, and I'm wishing you all the most peaceful and the most prosperous March. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you at the next one.